자, 북드라마 투어 두 번째 시간이 돌아왔습니다. 지금 미국을 돌아다니고 있는 중인데요. 지난번에는 아주 작은 습관의 힘 저자 제임스 클리어를 만났죠. 자, 이번에는요. 직장이 없는 시대가 온다. 저희 채널에서 벌써 거의 70만 이상의 조회수를 기록한 그런 책입니다. 바로 이 책의 주인공 세라 캐슬러를 만나러 갑니다. 어디냐고요? 시카고로 갑니다. 정말 눈이 많이 왔었어요. 한방눈이 펑펑 쏟아진 그날 추운 겨울바람을 뚫고 가서 세라 캐슬러가 일하고 있는 사무실로 찾아갔습니다. 자, 세라 캐슬러는요, 미국의 잡지 편집자와 기자로 일했던 미국의 칼럼니스트이자 전 세계에서 가장 주목받는 미디어 스타트업인 쿼츠의 부편집장으로 있습니다. 일의 미래에 관한 기사를 꾸준히 쓰고 있는 젊은 언론인이죠. 그녀의 책인 기익드가 한국에서는 직장이 없는 시대가 온다라는 제목으로 출간이 됐는데요. 올해 북드라마에 제가 4월에 소개해서 무려 78만 회의 조회수를 기록하기도 했습니다. 자, 그만큼 앞으로 우리가 일하는 환경과 모습이 어떻게 달라질지 미래 전망에 대한 사람들의 관심이 상당하다는 얘기입니다. 자, 이 책을 쓴 저자는 과연 어떻게 생각하고 있을지 직접 듣기 위해서 이곳 시카고까지 머나먼 길을 달려왔어요. 자, 세라 캐슬러와의 인터뷰 지금부터 시작합니다. So, welcome to my show. This is MK Show. So my name is MK King. Your name is?
Sarah Kessler.
Sarah Kessler. We are in Chicago. Tell me about Chicago.
Chicago?
Okay. Yeah.
Chicago is a city in the United States.
Okay.
To start out
That's
with.
right.
I really like it here. It's snowing right now, but it's a great place.
Okay. So could you introduce yourself a little bit? Because many Korean readers know about your book, but they don't have much information about you. So tell me about it.
So I'm a journalist, and I've worked for a bunch of different science and technology publications over the last 10 years, and have pretty much been writing about the gig economy the entire time in different contexts.
So when did you write this book, Gig Economy? Gig.
So it took me, I think, 3 or 4 years. And I started, I must have started in 2014.
Okay.
But some of the things in here I was reporting on before that.
Okay. The first keyword is about your first interest. So I want to ask you about, could you tell me how did your interest in gig economy first start?
So I first heard about this when there were a bunch of startups that were launching apps, and they were apps that were like Uber. In fact, one of them was Uber. Like the CEO of Uber is emailing me, please write about my startup.
Wow.
But there were all sorts of those going on.
Did you meet him in person?
Oh, no, I didn't. I didn't think it would work. So I was like, no, that doesn't sound very interesting.
You did.
Yeah. So I should not be an investor, I guess.
Okay.
But so they were pitching, there's Uber, there was an app where you could call someone and they would wash your car through the app, or they would pick up your laundry and do it. So there was this whole flood of companies that were kind of selling this idea of, you can press a button and someone will come and do something, or you can press a button and you can get a job doing something.
Okay.
So that's when I first got into it. And I think it became really interesting to me when I asked, what is it actually like to work for one of those apps? Yeah.
Okay. New trend and the new terms. Okay. So could you explain about gig economy? What exactly is gig economy?
So that is... People fight about this and argue about what is gig economy, but to me it's kind of this this shift away from thinking about only traditional jobs where you go and you sit at a desk and you work there from 9 to 5 or whatever the hours are every day a week, and you have one job and that's your full-time job. So it's a shift away from that to something where you're less tied to one employer. So whether that be like lots of part-time work,
Okay.
temporary work, being a freelancer,
Okay.
or working for Uber. I like to think about all those things. Yeah.
Okay. I think there are bad side and good side. Optimisms and pessimisms. What is the optimisms and what is the pessimisms?
So I think there is a lot of potential for this kind of work. So, you know, when you think about when we came up with this idea of a traditional full-time job, it was at a time where, like, you know, the idea was there would be like a man going to work full-time and then a woman would stay home and take care of everything else that needed to be taken care of. So, you know, today when many more women are in the workforce and you have two people working all the time, it's really hard if everybody's working on the same schedule and you're trying to say, like, have, you know, raise children. So having some sort of flexibility could be really good. Another thing that's happening is people are working longer. You know, they're living longer, they're living healthy lives longer, and they may not want to, you know, retire right at, you know, 55.
Okay.
They might want to keep working some, but not have a full-time job.
Okay.
And so I think that's a really good thing. And then there's so much more work that you can do kind of on a project basis. Because you can talk to each other through the internet, you have email. You don't need to go to the office and open a file cabinet to find the files. So there's like a lot of potential for this kind of work. And the ability to work flexibly. So the bad side is most of our laws were written for a time when you know, there was that traditional full-time job. And so they don't cover kind of the gig economy workers or protect them at all. So it's like very easy for companies to like exploit this workforce.
Okay. So written by you, it is really helpful for many people. So what inspired you to write this book?
I think I wanted to, so everybody was talking about the gig economy like it was one thing. Either it was really, really good or really, really bad.
Okay.
And nobody was talking about, like very few of those people talking about the gig economy were people who were working in it and actually doing the work. So I wanted to show how the experience is different for different types of people in different situations. And also most of the book is kind of the stories of those people and told kind of through the workers' perspectives.
Okay. Let's talk about the Curtis. Curtis and Christy. Okay. I think it's really good case. This is a good model to understand of this gig economy. So let's talk about Curtis first. So could you read one part of your book? It's on page 26. You talk about Curtis. I checked from here to here.
All right.
Okay. Could you read with your voice? Okay.
On a Friday in September, Curtis poked his head into his boss's office and told her that he was quitting to join the gig economy. His manager asked if there was anything that could make Curtis stay. There wasn't. The company gave him a choice about whether to work for 2 more weeks. Curtis decided he'd rather leave immediately. On his way out, he stopped at the company cafeteria and filled his backpack with free peanut butter bars, jalapeno chips, and a shit ton of oatmeal packets.
Cute Curtis.
Liberal snack offerings had always been the best part of his job. The next day, a Saturday, Curtis ordered his usual Starbucks coffee and got to work. He was free.
Many freelancers, they really like working in Starbucks, right?
Yeah, I guess
the Starbucks really hate it, you know that?
I agree. You can tell.
I saw that Ellen show. She's talking about Starbucks. There are so many people, and then they have notebook, laptop, and they're working 8 hours in Starbucks. Okay.
Never buy anything.
Never buy anything. So, we're talking about Curtis' case. I think that many people, especially young people, they really want to live like Curtis. They really want to. This kind of lifestyle is cool. Yeah, it's cool lifestyle. Just quit the company, okay? Okay, this is my last day for this workplace, okay, this company. Then he quit their job and going to Starbucks, have a laptop, and then working for 3-4 hours and going to gym and running and some, okay. So there are so many people who really want to work or live like Curtis. So tell me more about Curtis a little bit.
So Curtis, as you read, he was really bored at his job, and he felt like he wasn't able to try new things or anything. So, but he was a software programmer and had kind of these coding skills, which were super in demand. And so he was being paid very well and had savings that he could live on. So when he quit his job, there was like demand for his skills. You know? He had no problem getting jobs and work on a steady pace. And then also, it didn't matter that there was no minimum wage law or that there were no health insurance in the gig economy, because he had enough money where he could, buy health insurance.
Yes, right. That's the point, yeah.
Or like if he wanted to take a day off, he could live on his savings, and it didn't mean he couldn't buy groceries. So that is a situation that exists in the gig economy, and it looks really good, but it's only available to a certain, privileged person.
Okay.
And often, kind of when people are selling the idea of the gig economy, they talk about it like that will be the case for everyone. Everyone can just quit their job and, work from Starbucks.
They're gonna be big trouble then, yeah? There's no privilege or no ability to control this economy. But Curtis have a really good ability to control everything.
Exactly.
Big engineer. Then he could work everywhere. If he has only laptop, then he could access to any company.
Yeah.
So,
we compare that to something like driving for Uber, which is the same pitch. Like you can have freedom and you can work whenever you want, but really, like Uber pays you a lot more if you drive, in evenings right after people get off of work, or on weekends during times people are leaving bars, and so you have to work at certain times if you want to make a lot of money, and you can't work from anywhere. You have to be in your car and you have to go where Uber tells you to go. So it's like a very different thing, actually.
Okay, right. Yeah. So let's talk about the Christy. I really love Christy's story.
Yeah,
she's a housewife, yeah?
Yes.
Did you meet her?
Yes.
Oh, tell me about the story about Christy.
So Christy lives in Toronto and had always worked inside of the home, doing various odd jobs, basically, and taking care of her kids. And then her husband lost his job, in the recession when a lot of people were losing their jobs. And she thought, I have to make money, but I don't really have a resume, to go get a job. So I'm going to try to make money on Amazon Mechanical Turk. An Amazon Mechanical Turk is like this platform on the internet where people post very small, itty-bitty jobs, which might just be labeled this picture. Tell me if this picture has a cat in it, or which is something that people need in order to train artificial intelligence, if that makes sense. Or the job might be take the survey, and they pay as little as 2 cents to do one little job. So Christy,
just small money, huh?
Just a very small money. You need not even a cup of coffee, just very small.
But she could get a job.
Yeah,
that's important.
But she could do that, and so she did it. She she figured out how to take enough of these little itty bitty jobs that she actually made enough to live on, basically.
Oh, that's great. Yeah.
But it was very hard for her to do that. She would, and she had all these kind of hacks, these tricks that she used to find the best work. If there were certain, people who posted, who she knew she liked working with, for instance, an alarm would go off. so that she could, wherever she was in her house, she could like run and make sure she didn't miss it.
Okay.
You know, it's a lot of clicking, this kind of work, often on the keyboard, and so like her whole arm.
Oh my God.
But she couldn't take a break. Because she couldn't afford not to work, and she didn't have insurance that would cover, you know, like her prescriptions if she were to get surgery, those kind of things.
But I would say this is the really great first step to work for her. Yeah. So she didn't have any experience to get a good job. Then it's going to be a first step. She work in gig economy, and then she's gonna just stay home and working, and then she's gonna get some money from that, and then she's gonna move to the next step. Yeah,
that's the hope. Yeah.
So I have many subscribers on my YouTube channel, and then there are all women and housewives in their 30s, 40s, 50s. So that's why they really like your book. So could you any advice, or could you any good advice, good hope to Korean viewers, especially housewives?
Yeah, I think you're right that there's a lot of opportunity like in the gig economy for people who need to be at home for whatever reason, or don't want to work full time, you know, for whatever reason. And you know, the internet makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Because you can have jobs, you know, from around the world, you know, doing work from your home. In terms of advice, I would say it's like important to do research about the website that you're getting work from, and like hear what other people have to say about their experience working. Because often you might find out something, you know, later that you didn't realize before, like, oh, they take this fee when they pay me, so I don't actually get the amount that the job says it is. One thing Christy did that was really good is she found like an internet forum where people helped each other and gave each other advice, which was really worked well for her, I think.
So what do you think? This gig economy is become bigger or smaller in the future?
I think it will become bigger in the future because companies want to hire people this way because there's so many, it's so much more expensive to hire employees for full-time work. So companies really want to do this.
Okay. 자, 여러분, 지금 이 직장이 없는 시대가 온다라는 책을 제가 소개해드렸고 벌써 우리 이 유튜브 채널에서 75만이라는 분이 이 책을 보셨어요. 여러분이 이 책에서 희망을 찾은 이유는 바로 내가 원하는 시간에 내가 원하는 때가 오면 나도 일을 하고 싶다라는 생각을 여러분이 하셨을 텐데, 그런 면에서 여러분 다시 한번 이 책을 읽지 않으신 분이 있다면 직장이 없는 시대가 온다 긱라는 책을 꼭 읽어주시기 바랍니다. It was very nice talking to you. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.